of this week. 7 more days before we crown our champion, though, so plenty of Dota in between. And we're at the end of day number 2. Not quite at the end, though, because there's still a chance for vgj Thunder to make the upper bracket. They do need to win the next 2, though, against Optic, who came back yet again, not for the first time in this particular matchup. Earlier on, of course, they played in the group stage, and vgj Thunder thought they should have won that series. Maybe they'll be thinking the same thing here after throwing away a 12k gold lead in game number 1. Here to discuss number 2 are our 3 panel members once more. Suns fan, Black and Capitalist are all here ready and waiting. Where do we go for game 2? What's the answer here for vgj Thunder? Because good draft, good execution of the start of the game, good mid-game, still lost the match.
Play better.
Play better. As simple as that? You don't think this was hero-related in any way?
Yeah, this is like some sort of Vodafone segment or something. Play faster, play better.
Free hype.
Do good things, win the game, force it to a game 3. I don't know. I mean, I think vgj Thunder should have won that game. And, you know, sometimes you just have a bad fight or 2 bad fights. 33 just plays, well, regular Dota to him. To the rest of us, it's some sort of marvel.
Dota. Yeah, so he was very, very good indeed. And we look forward to him again as well.
They won Roche fight, right? Just got to give credit to Optic here. Because the buyback pretty much just like got him back into the game. So if it was a plan, like planned all along, it was a master plan, and just got him back into the game. And yeah, maybe VG could have played a bit better here and there, but they still played quite well, right?
Yeah.
Like they didn't make too many mistakes. At the end of the game, it was just Optic was better.
We're going to head to the draft momentarily. In fact, it's ready to go now.
Oh, thank God Naga's banned.
Thank God Wisp was banned.
I was going to ask exactly that question. I was going to say, you know, do you think that we might see some bans on either side from some of the heroes that annoyed each of these 2 teams, and we do get another
Thank God
ban?
Jakiro's banned.
Oh, my.
Don't see many of them, do you?
I like seeing Paul frown.
I feel like every game that we've been watching recently is one team has Naga, and they have a bunch of setup for it, right? Like the Jakiro or whatever. The other team has the Elder Titan or Disruptor or somebody to counter-initiate. Now we're finally not going to see Naga. I don't even know what to expect anymore. Is this Dota?
Well, I mean, I could tell you, I didn't have a single Naga Siren in another series. So,
but how many Jakiros do you see first-round bans? Not many.
Not very many at all. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th best 5-position laning kind of support. Like after some of these other stronger ones, like
Disruptor,
Warlock. Disruptor's kind of okay for laning phase. He's not fantastic. I'm thinking more like the Warlocks, Banes, those kind of heroes.
He offers
I mean, Io's not even a support. Io's some sort of like, he's transcended into some next level of Dota.
Position 4-3.
It's just unfair.
It's position 6.
Yeah.
But Jakiro offers a lot of different things, right? Like he offers good lane support,
Yeah.
tower push, lane push. You can defend very well. He's very tanky.
He shoves lanes,
You've got
defense
disable.
towers.
Yeah. The hero just offers a lot. Needs a couple of levels though. So usually you will see the carry rotate out of the lane and Jakiro take over for a while.
Yep.
Is there any way DP is not picked first 2?
They both like it, so I would say no.
They're obsessed with it, I would say.
I would pretty much every team is obsessed with it.
I mean, there's still Gyrocopter out in the pool as well.
Yep. Gyro, DP, Razor. Chen DP is quite strong.
Bane.
Yep, both teams liking a lot of these as well.
There's like
I would love some Yang
Sky
Beastmaster. Sky Axe,
Yeah.
Honestly, there's I feel like there's a lot of very strong openers in Dota right now.
Nothing that can get massively hard countered.
Yeah.
Except for Treant and Phoenix.
And Lich.
Oh, Treant and Lich. Lich was a little bit easy to counter.
I didn't see that, but I saw that draft and I was like, that had to be a losing draft. Sure enough, it was.
They almost won. They reached level 16 out of 25. If it gets there, you do not want to play.
They just need 25. That's what they need.
Oh,
it's only 9 levels away.
Shocker here.
So they're going to do Undying instead of Tusk.
Okay.
The combo is good, but not amazing.
Yeah. That'll annoy PPD a little bit because he likes the Undying as well.
Yeah.
Well, that takes away
Undying
any,
plus Chen.
Yeah, weird in this game, but
takes away any pudge possibilities for vgj Thunder. I was really hoping.
The carry pudge, right? I told you.
Now with Undying on the team, it's just not possible.
90% win rate for me. You can also go hook this if you go Mask of Madness.
Oh.
This obviously
Satanic
transitions well to pro games, I think. I mean, if Black's 90% on a hero they should play. Is that
if people are not willing to like experiment, you know, then
You're a true
LGD will always be the top of China because they're willing to do it. I saw them scrim yesterday. They picked carry patch. I was like,
What do you buy on carry Pudge exactly?
Well, there's two
Anything
builds.
different?
You can go like Battle Fury Saint Jasha.
You're kidding.
No, it's true.
Okay.
That's like the right click build.
I mean, this sounds amazing, but
It
go
is.
ahead.
The other build is Aether Lands into Aghanims.
Okay, so that one's more just a normal Pudge is super farmed.
Exactly.
But the other one is Battle Fury.
You literally run in and hit people. They can't ignore you. I mean,
Battle Fury.
we'll play Dota together at some point in
Do
our
you-
lives, and I'll show you.
I'll
you
let
even
you
need
guess
to
what
run
that
in?
fourth item is. Go ahead.
Satanic? By
Take a guess.
No, that's
Yeah, because
It
so what? You're doing
synergizes.
damage to yourself, so you want to be
Exactly.
able to
Yeah.
heal, undo the damage
That
that
makes
you're
sense.
dishing out to
you see,
yourself.
he's asking me a serious question, and you're dragging it into the dirt. I feel really offended right
I'm
now.
sorry for clowning on your analysis of carry Pudge.
It is
Black.
okay.
That is very rude of me.
I'll show you
I
one day.
apologize.
It is okay. I forgive you. Focus on the Bane. Why Bane?
Bane Chen,
Bane Chen?
really powerful roaming duo. Also, you've got. I think you've won your side lanes almost. Like almost. Right?
Almost, yeah.
These are two of the strongest laning supports out there right now.
They also like to play the Bane just in mid lane and harass the mid hero, win their mid lane that way. Maybe like sack 3-3 on the safe lane.
Bane matches up good against the Undying because it feels like the Undying's decay harassment doesn't actually do anything. It just
No.
lowers the threshold of HP that requires you to get to full when you brain stab somebody.
Early game, right? But
Yeah.
later on, the
Later
Tombstone
on, it's
is
a
a
problem.
big issue.
Yeah, maybe that's why you got to get a hero to deal with it. Gyrocopters immediately going to be banned by vgj Thunder.
PL should get banned next.
Phantom Lancer is the other one I was going to
It
say.
did
Yeah,
well with both of the heroes as well. So should
We
be
had,
getting banned.
we had a PL versus Undying earlier today on the other stream.
It didn't look good.
Remaining.
I mean, why did the illusions deal full damage to Tombstone? Is it a bug?
Yeah,
It shouldn't be, right? Because to the Nether Ward of Partner, they deal a fourth of the damage. How it
Yeah.
should be.
Dire team
I don't think other, like if you grab an illusion rune or a manta, I don't think it does full damage. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm going to force him off the axe, just in case.
You guys thinking 33 Beastmaster?
Mm-hmm.
Attack speed for the Tombstone.
Even
good
Darkseer
single
is
target.
possible.
I think
Back to the Darkseer.
But Beastmaster probably better for the Tombstone.
I think
Don't have to worry about it.
Beastmaster or Sand King. Like I think you want more of a playmaking, stunning, killing sort of hero to activate the Chen, right?
There should be PL ban, right? Or maybe they pick it themselves even, if they really want to.
I think they should ban the PL.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe they have other plans. They also like to play the DP mid, I mean safe lane. So they
Yeah.
could bait them into picking the PL and then pick Ember for themselves or something like that. Who knows what they have planned for us?
The
PPD looks bored. You see him?
Leshrac.
PPD's like, "Ah."
The
You're
Leshrac
just
is still
taking
out
that
there.
cat nap just before the game starts, you know? Gotta conserve energy.
Oh yeah,
Broodmother.
Leshrac is not yet banned or picked.
Why did they ban Broodmother in the
Because-
second banning phase rather
Plus
than last?
3-3. It's a beast on that hero.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's like they got to be planning on picking something that feels exposed.
Or maybe they're
I
just
mean,
like scared.
I guess Death Prophet is
And they can't-
exposed enough.
I mean, Undying too, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Remaining.
And they didn't ban the PL, so
5 seconds remaining.
Disruptor. PL is even better now. Because he doesn't care at all about the Disruptor. Or any of those three heroes,
Is it
honestly.
safe to pick him here, or you
I think you want to have a fourth pick.
I know it's early in the draft, and I know it probably wouldn't come out at this point in the draft anyway, but do you know what 33 was playing yesterday?
Not Darkseer, I suppose?
No,
10 seconds
he
remaining.
was playing Meepo on pubs.
Oh, but he always does that.
5
Yeah,
seconds
so-
remaining.
I personally think Meepo can be very strong.
Do you? Because we haven't seen it for ages.
And there's a Beastmaster, never mind.
Yeah.
That's an illusion. They're gonna end up picking Meepo anyway. Fifth.
And then Pika carry
yeah,
Beastmaster?
Pycat. I mean, he's a Dota 1 guy, you know.
He is. I
So
mean, he
he's-
can play
he's played
Beast, I
every
know that.
position.
But yeah, Beast overall just good against the Tombstone. Good to disable the DP through BKB. Gives vision advantage.
You know what we saw the
10
other?
seconds
Who was it?
remaining.
Era,
Radiant
or
team
at the very least, his team played Necrophos. Do you guys think that's playable at all?
It is.
Yeah.
And
Like as a very last pick.
like, what would you consider it good against specifically? Like any heroes that are super meta right now?
Like a Clinks or something like that.
Dire
Yeah,
team
Good
Any-
against Clinks?
Any lineup that has
There's like been 2 Clinks.
any lineup that has a lot of physical damage and is fairly tanky and also doesn't pressure lanes very well. So I think the biggest part is that pressuring lanes, it's so easy to pressure Necrophos
I
right now.
actually think
Everyone has such strong laning phase.
Like dual offlane with Necro is quite strong, right? Let's say like a Jakiro Necro or something. You have the aura constantly ticking 1% of your health every second. You have like something like a Jakiro that's really tanky.
Or like a Clockwork
Something
kind
like
of
that.
hero
Yeah.
that keeps people away from you. Yeah.
So we got a Bloodseeker for Optic this time round.
Yeah.
So the DK pick was for... I don't like DK and DP together in one team.
You feel like it's too much of an overlap?
They kind of do the same thing, right? Usually it's DK versus DP because they both do the same thing. But right now they have like two tower pushing ults. But
so why would Thunder take both of them in this case?
I mean, they're very versatile. It can still be an offlane DK. I don't know if they played that.
Maybe.
I think they also like the fact that DK is
they do.
a laner that's hard to be able to pressure. So both DP and DK, like they kind of ignore some of the pressure that comes from Chen. That being said, I think Bloodseeker is a great counter to both these heroes. Like the Death Prophet really relies on her mobility, and the Rupture just completely shuts that down.
Yeah. And you are not very tanky anymore if you Blood Rages you.
Yeah.
Take so much more bonus damage. Yeah, I agree. Bloodseeker is a really good pick. But yeah, like DK DP is still very questionable to me. I hope it's an offlane DK that pick another core for mid, like an actual core.
Yeah, he has played the Dragon Knight in the offlane, so it's immune to being moved.
Oh, this is an immediate pick too.
And
Venomancer.
Okay,
I love that. It completely exposes DK and DP's weaknesses. Honestly, like this is like the best pick they could have made against those two heroes.
VGJ
Blood
needs
Rage,
to
the
pick
Venomancer play.
VGJ needs to pick a carry, right?
Yeah.
Even despite what the lanes may look like right now, and they can't pick Slark, obviously, against the Bloodseeker.
It is possible. It's not very good.
No, I think they're still okay with just like because at this point in time, with the Venomancer Bloodseeker cores, you actually don't scale that well into late game. I think you're very happy with this situation.
So
just
it is
get
the
a
offlane
fighting
DK.
core.
Yeah, it is the offlane DK.
I really like this Ember because like they have like Bane, but he's very slow in his animation, and Beastmaster is also not the fastest. It should overall be very good Ember game. What is his middle? Like a Bloodseeker?
Yeah. So
how's Bloodseeker Ember? Should be quite rough for the
very
Ember.
bad for the Ember.
Yeah.
So
very
I think
bad.
they switched the lane somehow. I'm not sure how.
But all three are very bad against Bloodseeker on lane.
yeah, they're all terrible for him.
Yeah.
And presumably they're going to stick that Bane in there at some point as well and be a nuisance.
So Zaichen, I thought it was PPD playing it usually.
Maybe they put
PPD plays the Bane.
they dual lane mid or something
Yeah,
weird like
this is
that.
what they did before.
They would have to.
Yeah.
But even then, Bloodseeker like denies 2 creeps with full health.
Yeah.
It's a difficult position to be in.
I'm pretty sure they just have to accept the fact that it's going to
Someone's gonna
suck in the mid lane, but as long as he gets experience, this can turn into a free Ember Spirit game later on.
Yeah.
All right, let's go down the line very quickly. Predictions.
I'm going to go with Optic. I think DK and DP are going to get destroyed by Bloodseeker. He just eats right through them. I mean, DK in general is going to feel super squishy, I feel like. It's like one of the few games that he feels squishy almost.
Okay, Black.
Yeah, I think I agree. I don't like their draft this game.
So
I'm
you're
actually
going Optic as well? Black?
I'm going Optic, yes. Sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
we'll just check it. Apparently you're going Optic as well.
No, I'm not.
No, production
back.
says you are.
Roll it back, production. Roll it back. I'm not letting us go into the game until I get my prediction of
apparently,
vgj Thunder, because I am actually not a fan of these carry Bloodseekers. Thank you,
Oh my.
boys.
Okay, me too.
Don't listen to him.
Hey, I can change too.
You know, do you know what they
No.
say? They said to me once, never work with animals and children.
What am I?
I don't know, probably both. Let's move on. Our commentators are ready for game number 2. Let's head there right now.
Thank you, Red Eye. Yes, game 2 between Optic Gaming and vgj Thunder. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Fogged, and we're ready to see what goes on with this Bloodseeker Venomancer duo from Optic Gaming. On paper, it sounds pretty strong, right? You've got this Bloodseeker that, as you've been saying to me, there's not really many people that are going to want to lane against him, and this combo, people are going to get low in the team fights.
Yes, I mean, if you hit poison over on a couple heroes, this Bloodseeker is going to run rampant with that thirst. So it can be pretty fun. And also, I'm a bit worried for the lanes. Who's going to lane versus the Bloodseeker, I think, is the biggest thing, like the panel was kind of touching on. Because DK, you don't really want to go there because your base damage advantage, and there's going to be a lot of harassment thrown on those side lanes. So this thirst is going to add up. I think also Ember, you're pretty squishy. Your armor isn't really the highest. You get right-clicked pretty badly from this Bloodseeker.
PPD's ready to play. He's got the quad mango build.
A little bit more. The armor is actually not that bad on Ember. I guess since that buff, the +1, it doesn't look as bad with that slipper as well.
PPD grabs that ring.
Got the level 1 boar. Getting the body blocks, 33. Really trying to body block.
Is he doing it here?
He's getting a couple extra clicks too.
33 had a good game in game 1, and he's looking to start
Decay.
game 2 off with another good one. DDC, that decay is not going to be enough to save him. It's
He's dead.
33.
The value, the boar. I've actually been seeing the level 1 boar in a lot of these games. I saw Mind Control even when they were playing like a dual pressure lane with spamming spells. He still went with the boar.
Down bottom, high cap. Maybe chased down a little bit by Yang. On the DP, a couple of brain sets from PPD brings the Disruptor down low though. So yeah, we'll see how this mid lane goes. As you say, we should expect CCNC to take the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, once the pressure starts coming out from the side lanes too, you can just heal up so much from new Blood Rage.
They are already quite low. Obviously, at the level 1, that's not going to benefit too much, but you say down the line, this is going to give that edge for CCNC in the mid lane.
He's about to hit level 2, and the 2 heroes bottom are at like 20% HP, or 20% or so HP. So now we see plus 30 damage in mid lane. Freeze has to back away. 100 damage already on that Bloodseeker. Yeah.
Could be a tough lane, and it certainly looking to be so far.
Oh, Fade's dead.
Here's PPD.
Look at PPD's. Did you see PPD's items, by
I
the way?
told you. You're not listening to me.
I was looking at other stuff.
God. You don't even listen to me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the quad mangoes.
No, the quad. Oh, I did hear you say that. Sorry.
You did. It's all right. You sleep. Yang's dead.
Yang's dead.
Optic. They've got 3 kills.
Are they going to get PPD, though?
No, they're not. Yes, they are.
They are. But now Fade. Highcat should be able to get this kill, too.
I mean, this is consistent
And
people that are low on health.
Yep, CCNC. It's trying to put the pressure onto Freeze. Dropped a little bit low, but this damage, 100 base damage. And now actually Fade gets away.
But this, I mean, sure, DDC didn't die, but this is a lot of time where DDC is very low.
Yeah.
So this is kind of better for CCNC. He's like,
He's just hitting
make
Freeze.
them hurt, but don't kill them. The CCNC just wants the side lanes to be tortured, not murdered.
CCNC. Let's be careful
Get
from
back
that
in
magic
there.
damage.
You get the kill. Hit him.
One more hit.
Him. There
One
we
more
go.
hit.
Easy kill. Look
Healed.
at that.
Damage. Plus 62. 130 per hit.
That's all they got to do. These side lanes just keep bullying.
Yep. And you see now the advantage is already coming out. Dragon Knight is free farming in the top lane though, at least. But look at this. They're just non-stop throwing spells out.
Keeping them as low as possible.
Look at mid again. Freeze just TP'd mid.
It's the Bloodseeker.
We were talking about how he's just going to get ran at by this Bloodseeker when they apply pressure to the side lanes.
This is how you break teams, because the mid's getting angry and he's flaming the side lanes. He's going, what the hell are you guys doing? You're getting low on life.
I mean, DDC even ports mid to try to help, but now Dragon Knight left alone top. I think this is probably for the better, just leaving him up here and dealing with this pressure and just have to try to help this Ember Spirit in the mid lane. The bottom lane and the mid lane are a disaster right now for Thunder.
This advantage that CCNC has is
they can't harass.
Something 18 to 12 against 8 for 0. Look at the levels as well, and it's not going to get any better with 2 heroes here. Sure, they might get Freeze the farm, but that experience difference is still going to be massive.
I mean, they can get turned on. He's such high level. They can get turned on if the other side lanes get low. DDC pretty much has to keep him down with those decays to make sure that he can get brought down from the magic damage that comes out from the 2 of them.
And Fade, he's low.
The Gale doesn't actually connect though, so they won't actually get the kill. But PPD is just like standing there bodying and zoning out 2 heroes bottom because of this Mangle build. He's like, all right, trade with me.
And Zai's coming in towards mid. Won't quite be able to get Freeze, but again, just forcing Freeze away from the lane. CCNC, he's about to have 6 online. That Rupture is going to be here way before Freeze has the remnants.
It's 4 minutes in. Freeze.
Zai. Same time, look at that. Pycat takes down Yang mid lane. Still, there's the focus because CCNC is starting to go towards DDC. Again, the silence down. It's going to catch out Freeze.
Doesn't hit.
But there's the 6. Rupture now available for kill potential. Fade's coming with a TP.
They bring a 3rd hero. It's spotted out though. Zai puts down the ward and is able to see as well. Fade. Bottom. Yang.
And these right clicks.
He's dead.
He absolutely is. A 7th kill for Optic.
It's 4 minutes in. It's 7-1. The only good situation right now for Thunder is Sylar just being able to stand top and not really care about the pressure that 33 is trying to apply. But they've got 3 heroes trying to salvage mid for Freeze. They're trying anything they can to try to shut down CCNC.
I mean, to Freeze. Ooh, nice little dodge.
Yep.
Slide Fist is there to get him out of the silence.
They've got chains if they can close the gap, but they sure cannot.
CCNC just sort of head back in. They should have him here. They'll surround him. They will be able to get him. A crucial kill for Freeze.
Fade was holding on to the skill point there. Gets the situation to get the glimpse. Close that gap. All right, there we go. Something to punch back in. Good amount of experience for the 3 of them. Much needed.
Freeze, though, still will be suffering on levels. And in fact, look at this. He comes back forward. But Zai comes in with a rotation. And Freeze has got the backup of Fade with the kinetic field, but Freeze gets incredibly low. Another blast is sent out. Cancel the clarity of Fade. But they back up this Shriner.
And now they're doing these switching of the lanes around a bit. Sylar is still sitting around top, maybe looking to see if he can find an opening on 33 while the Death Prophet's there. But bottom lane is now left. He's just completely gone. Pocket's going to be able to free farm down here completely. PPD.
They've got him. Another kill for the 3 of them. As it looks to be, as PPD does get surrounded, trapped by the kinetic field. Is he actually? He walks away.
He's just going to walk away.
All right.
And Zai's going to tank the gank top for
Okay.
33. PPD just, yeah, he just sleeps and gets out.
CCC.
Top 33.
Coming in with the rotation on the Bloodseeker. 33 getting gone upon. 33 will fall. Can CCC find kills in return? There's the rupture out onto Yang. Yang cannot get himself away. That's one. Sylar will survive.
Very concerned for Thunder. They're having to play these like musical lanes to try to fix the situation, but Sylar gets the stun on top. Zai, again, dropping low.
They've got him. Sylar getting kills out of this top lane. A 3rd kill for Sylar. The man that's had free farm is now getting 3 kills.
I think he needs to be getting as much as possible because of the way that this is all going. Just trying to salvage the blunder that is this early game for the other 2 cores in particular.
Fade. He's got the glimpse for 33 available.
Gets him pulled back.
They'll drag him back. There's 3 heroes beating down upon him. The Dragon Tail into Cryptron. PPD coming across so he can offer some sort of safety for 33, but he cannot. 33 will fall as vgj Thunder now continue to look to make plays around Sylar. Playing to their strengths.
Yeah. And Freeze decides that mid lane is just not happening. So he's just jungling on the Ember for the time being. Far too scary. Doing all this to Pycat, getting that level 3 wards, starting to pressure bottom tower. And he's been, like we were saying, pretty much left alone after that early start, getting those constant kills and constant pressure, making this Bloodseeker just go out of control. Will be the Blade Mill. First CCNC queued up. Quite nice versus Death Prophet, as well as Ember Spirit. Uncontrollable damage that you're dishing out. The wraparound though, Freeze with the haste rune.
Should have a good shot of this one. Quick slide change from the back of the slider fist.
There we go.
Sylar.
Ooh, Freeze wanted the last hit. That's how this takes
I mean,
it.
Sylar is getting a lot. This is a big dragon.
Yeah.
Considering the lanes, as you say, Sylar has managed to find himself a fantastic start to this game.
It's 5-0.
The treads and drums getting active. Moving around, making these pushes, same time up top 33 and Zai. Going for a tier 1 themselves.
33 goes for the Dominator build this game. Something we used to see a lot on the Beastmasters. It's kind of started to falling away. We've seen a lot of like the phase boot into Medallion, but still a very, very powerful item on Beast at all stages of the game.
And again, yeah, it certainly helps sort of with the pushes and with their lineup.
Yeah.
They want to push. They want to play fast. They're against an Ember Spirit. They've got a Venom and a Bloodseeker. I can't imagine they want to really take this one too late. So
Look at bottom. Sylar. This is the big kill that Optic needs right now.
it's worth a lot. There we go. Rupture down. Silence as well. He's got a lot of health to play with, Sylar.
It's very tanky.
And he is standing his ground. Backups there from DDC. But
Not
it is
tanky
not
enough.
quite enough. Sylar pops the stick charges, but it won't keep him alive as Optic can chase him down. Same time, Freeze will finish off PPD.
I think PPD was. It looked like PPD was porting bottom
He
and
was.
he
He
got
got changed.
cancelled. Yeah, I think Freeze was going on him as well. So they get the big kill that they want. The Dragon Knight, who's worth a decent amount of
Oh,
gold.
look at Zai. Can he do this on his own? Has he got enough burst out? Oh,
he does!
can! Zai and his Zoo.
Damn. I guess that's also why he went to the Dominator on the Beastmaster. They already have the medallion, the Chen that goes for it. We do see that build quite a lot. Makes sense. Is our Death Prophet catching back up, Yang? Not so much. 0-4-4. Here's the offlane DP. You know, it's pretty tough when you're playing versus Ven Bane.
Yeah, especially with how aggressive Optic were playing in order to keep vgj Thunder's side lane his heroes low.
It's going to be an extremely early Blade Mail for CCNC.
What do you think about that, taking the attack speed over the armor?
I've been seeing most people taking the attack
They're
speed,
still
actually.
just still go for the attack speed?
You already have so much armor. Like, you already have 16. And, I mean, you benefit. It's really hard to get attack speed on most heroes.
PD and 33 come across a straight-up Beam's grip.
Quick kill. I mean, it's so much pressure is on Sylar this game to pretty much carry this entire team. Like, Freeze and Yang are just constantly getting shut down, just far too much damage. And, you know, the Ember, like the panel was mentioning, there's not the craziest amount of control. The Beastmaster and the Bane are being the biggest ones, but
PPD,
they're finding it.
They will get the sleep out. CCNC, can he get his way out? This one he can't. The Static Storm's down, Exorcism as well. They catch the Bloodseeker. The smoke successful from vgj Thunder, and with the Ghosts out, they'll look to push on for more. Elder Dragon form still up and ready to punch into the Tier 1 tower mid.
These are those situations where we say, like, you know, you see 3 people farming, right? You see Optics pushing down Pycats pushing bottom, Beastmaster was top, and they have CCNC mid. One of you is bound to get ganked when you're showing in all 3 lanes. And they do choose for the highest net worth target from vgj Thunder and claim the tower. So, great move.
And the build from the Ember this game. He's got that Battle Fury queued up. There's a lot of summons, a lot of units to cleave off, but certainly a build that we've seen sort of not normally favored in the majority of the times we've recently seen Ember Spirit.
I think he knows he needs to take it to like the super late game.
Yeah.
And like you said, lots of things to cleave off of. Have not really seen too much of it, even with like late game builds. I think I saw like SCCC. He still went for like the Yules into like Mjolnir and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the reason why being, especially in games like this, sure, as you say, if you get to the late game, you're going to scale very nicely, but you've got to get to that point. And
yeah.
Going for the Battle Fury treads is going to be, there's a lot of this time where there's even more pressure on Sylar to make the plays because you don't have sort of that earlier peak that an Ember Spirit can with certain item builds.
Yeah, I think like also with the buffs to Maelstrom, right? It just makes sense. The hero already has ways to benefit for the magic damage as well, so you have to wait for quite a while, of course, at level 20, but...
Because even with the summons, I mean, even with the
Battle Fury,
when you have the Battle, you need the Battle Fury plus like a crystal.
The crit, exactly.
Battle Fury on its own will still not do a lot, so they need a lot of time for this Ember Spirit.
We'll see if he changes it. I mean, he still has it queued up, but it might be too slow for them. Like, with the pace that Optic's playing,
it's a risk.
Like they have to be able to fight with this Dragon Knight, who's their strongest hero right now. So if they end up delaying too long for Freeze to maybe want this like Battle Fury type build, the map control might just be completely dwindled for Thunder.
I mean, maybe they feel that they just absolutely can't take a fight, even if Freeze did build elsewhere.
Yeah, so they might just think they absolutely need him to go super late.
This is the only way they can do it.
Yeah, fair.
Still 4K advantage, but Optic Gaming, that punished Death Prophet, as you say, in that sideline, still struggling to catch back up. So Yang.
And playing a Death Prophet when you're this far behind him, you just die. You need your Yule Scepter at least. You need that one defensive item. Sure, I guess they have like I mean, it's only level 1 sword, but they can try to protect that DP. But Yang, quite squishy.
Okay. Freeze up top. Put a bit of harassment onto him. A lot he can do in terms of just being on his own to take down Freeze. But again, this warding, keeping eyes on Freeze's movements. CCNC, Invis-Room picked up, looking to move towards mid, but a sentry is down.
Thunder did not really seem totally aware of where Optic was. They even committed the Tombstone down bottom to secure that they could go for the tower, that no TPs were coming in. Now they're going to be aware, though, that Optic is positioned up here. They see the Bane for a second.
He's just outside of range of the vision for the most part. In the night time.
Tower will go down, though, that tier 2.
There's the smoke up. They've just
they
picked
take
up.
A fight.
They picked up the Shadow Blade on DK.
They've got their DP ulti as well as their Disruptor ulti as well.
Here we go, Sylar. Who's he going to find? It may just be Zai. And it will. Zai, caught on the front. The rest of Optic, how do they want to react to this? They've dropped down the blood bright, but will not look to fight.
I mean, they've already claimed the tower. They're looking for Thunder to split up, though.
They maybe think they could get back in on this. But the Rupture onto the DK. Sylar's still very tanky with the amount of HP he's got, and they want to try and fight this. There goes the Ghost, but immediately, as soon as the Ghosts come out, CCNC just runs straight at Yan.
Oh my god.
Takes him out of the fight. They've finished off 2. They've got the Fiend Script onto the DK, and Optic Gaming, they were waiting perfectly for that. They were saying, please use the Exorcism, because as soon as you get the Ghosts out, we'll bring the Ghosts out of you, as they wipe vgj Thunder and kill them all. A very well calculated fight there from Optic. They were inside the heads of Thunder there.
They had the full sandwich play. You saw Pycat was playing inside the tree lines. They're waiting to get this perfect Poison Nova off the Rupture on the Dragon Knight, so he can't really lead the charge to start the fight.
And now Rax are in trouble.
And now Rax are in trouble. And I mean, CCNC had 950 movement speed at one point in there, so you can imagine how high his damage was as well from that Thirst. Able to go right through that Dragon Knight with the Blood Rage, that amplification.
Playing the pace perfectly, playing the team fights perfectly as well, Optic. As that really was Thunder's time to strike, with the Shadow Blade on Sylar, with all the ults available, they wanted to go. And we're seeing already, he did pick up a broadsword, but now he's queued at the Maelstrom.
Okay.
Freeze will find Zai. All right. Let's find him out on his own. So
maybe he'll buy a Blade Mill or something with it.
Oh,
before the Maelstrom. I don't know.
I mean,
I think he needs a Maelstrom though. But yeah, it's still looking so difficult for them.
What is the broadsword for?
See.
I'm just a little confused by that.
He was going to build the Battle Fury.
Dude, it's 2018, mate.
Oh, sorry.
There is no broadsword in Battle Fury. I was thinking.
Wait, what is that then?
What? That's
it
what
had
I'm
to be
saying.
the Blade Mill. It has to be the Blade Mill.
He's getting, but then he's changed it for. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
he probably just wanted to spend the most valuable gold on a damage item.
Is that the most valuable gold for a damage item? I don't know. He just picks up a broadsword.
It's got to. I mean, I don't know. Come on, dude. He's this far behind this poor guy. Come on.
But he bought a broadsword for what?
What else is he gonna?
What do you mean? What else is he gonna?
It is broadsword for what? Yeah.
Maybe
it's gotta be.
I don't know. Maybe he thought it did still build into Battle Fury. Maybe he's living in the dark. It's been a long time since we've seen Battle Furies come out in Ember Spirits. So maybe it's like, right, I'm gonna build a Battle Fury. Buys the broadsword, and then he's like, oh.
I mean, for a second, I derped too. I was like, oh yeah, of course it's the Battle Fury.
He's like, oh.
He's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Demon Edge in a Battle Fury. Wow. Now, these patches do crazy things. But yeah, he's got a broadsword.
Well, at least he's queued up the Maelstrom, so at least we're happy about that, right?
Sure, but that broadsword gold could have gone quite nicely towards him. He would have had the Maelstrom.
Take it easy.
He would have had the Maelstrom. At the moment, he's got to fight with a broadsword.
Well, they're playing at a huge disadvantage. Come on.
No, it's like, yeah. I mean,
what can he get? What would he get there that would be more valuable?
I say he would have had a Maelstrom if he didn't buy the broadsword.
Now. Either way, they're on the full defensive stance. Yeah, Optic. They're playing into this Death Prophet Ember that, as we said, they were going to have a really rough time in this game to even find a position where their lane would want to be. And it's played out to be exactly like that. Optic just taking full control of the map.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's like sometimes stuff happens and you're actually like...
I've seen Blade Mail a lot on Ember, to be fair, but...
Have you seen Blade Mail on Ember win games?
I haven't seen too much Ember win games recently, to be fair.
That's true.
I haven't seen too many Embers.
It's a hard hero.
I've seen a couple Embers, not a crazy hero. Optic looking to threaten that high ground now. Book 2 ready. BKB on CCNC too.
And they're ready to try and siege the high ground. Optic. Yes, there's net. The Gale onto Sylar.
Starting to get that poke damage, building up that thirst. They've claimed themselves the range racks.
Yeah, but it's hard for VGJ to put them off jump forward there with a sleight of fist. That broadsword.
The Poison Nova. This is where CCNC starts to thrive.
Rupture, blood pouring from every orifice. Sylar is dead. God. And he'll fight back immediately. Coming back into this one, but CCNC, look at him go. Speedy and he hurts.
He's gonna die.
He's also pretty deep.
But they're getting the racks.
They are. They'll get the top lane and he's got the Aegis. He's back for round 2. The Tombstone is down, but no respect from Optic as they defile the grave of the fallen. They'll rip it to pieces and they'll move on for more. Sylar's not getting out of this one.
Oh my god. And you know, we see this Dragon Knight, supposed to be tanky, gets Penitence, gets Blood Rage.
And he sold his broad broadsword.
He's dead. He sold it for the Maelstrom. He needed it. They're losing the game. He needs something. I mean, it's 15K. Optic just... This
I mean,
Bloodseeker just absolutely destroyed the
sometimes
game.
you misclick, you know. The items can be very small to click on. Mid lane,
way.
Optic indeed. This game too, they are making it look as smooth as butter. There's Yang. He's got the exorcism out.
And Optic's just gonna, they're just gonna back
chill
up.
at the side. It's still a level 1 exorcism.
Did you see the sentry wards, by the way, placed by PPD in this game around this top area? He placed like, I don't even know, 9 sentries to make sure that there's no way that this DK can catch them off guard with any type of wraparound.
There's a lot of sentries.
That's preparation.
Oh goodness.
I don't know how you come back from a 17 gold lead at 20 minutes. When you're already at this much of a disadvantage from the draft. This Bloodseeker just absolutely dismantled the whole game, and the pressure that they could put on the side lanes allowed CCNC to really do this. Damn.
I don't know, they've just got cause that, you know, Yang, he can barely do anything now in these fights. He's fallen behind. The ghosts aren't a threat. You got an Ember Spirit who brought a broadsword and then sold it. And you've got a DK
and he's gonna
who got a Shadow Blade and they couldn't find any way to start a fight.
I mean, PPD's alone.
I mean, you got to offer them a little bit of, you know, you can't, you know, you got to give them a kill sometimes.
Now Pycat's here though.
All right, Pycat gets the ult out. He's getting chased down, but here's the blood right. The Raw comes out onto a few of them, and CCNC straight into the fight, ready to go. Starting to punch away. That's going to be the DK down. Undying gone as well. Yang, no way that he can find into this one. 3 are dead. CCNC zooming around, as that will be a team wipe. Freeze. I mean, it's just impossible.
You have to
I mean, you do. You know, without the broadsword, this Ember can't do anything. GG is called. Optic Gaming, they're going to the upper bracket, bro.
They are. I mean, they played this one perfectly. I think the draft looked fantastic for them. This Bloodseeker mid, he had great matchups no matter what they put. If they put the DP mid, if they put the DK mid, I mean, the Ember was probably the best situation there because at least he's got the magic damage to kind of scare him a bit, I guess. But CCNC just killed him. He TP's mid, he kills him again, and the pressure applied on the side lanes. They just ran this one over completely.
Absolutely, they absolutely did. It, as you say, I think the Bloodseeker pick just really caught them off guard, VGJ. They just seemed unable to play against it. That the lane matchup, the way that the side lanes were able to play aggressively, buff him up in the laning stage. I don't know. I've never seen an Ember Spirit be crushed so hard that he ends up building a broadsword. That's got to be a new achievement for CCNC. Well played to Optic Gaming. 2-0. They make it to the upper bracket of the main event. And vgj.thunder will be knocked down to the lower bracket. And that's it from myself and Fog. Straight back to the panel.
Yeah. Thanks, Owen. Thanks, Fogd, as well. Great commentary, as usual. Optic 2-0 winners in this one in double quick time as well, after winning 2-1 earlier against vgj.thunder, who have left with a lot to think about as they will now go to the lower bracket of the main event. And our panel members are back once more. What do you say after that one? Straightforward for Optic.
I'm not going to lie. I actually didn't have faith in Optic to run that lineup, like win the lanes and not throw at some point in time.
Okay.
Like I honestly figured that like CCNC would die on the Bloodseeker or something.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kat, but I just want to point out to people at home, if you could go to the wide shot, that would be great.
Hello?
North American, everyone. North American.
I mean, that means I should, more than anything, should understand the throws that North America is capable of.
You've got to believe, Kat. You've got to believe.
I thought they were just going to like,
believe.
It's in your blood, all right?
Is that what it is? He's just used to it by now?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Is this like the ultimate
hey,
team?
Listen, Blackwood with me too.
They build you up and you get all excited about their play, and then they let you down. Is that why?
Their lineup is just kind of it's going to be able to win the lanes, but it's fragile in a way that the lineup can fall apart if you lose a couple just like bad team fights. Didn't actually have too many bad team fights. They just cleaned up everything. They just owned the lane so hard.
I thought the really cool part is for vgj you had like these generally pretty tanky heroes like DP, Dragon Knight. And you're going against all this amplified damage. You got Blood Rage, you got Penitence, even though it's just for Beastmaster, you have Wild Axes. You have this ridiculous damage coming out of Bloodseeker, pure damage, plus the damage over time of Venom. They had a really good spread of damage between physical and magic, so very cool lineup, actually.
Yeah, and a great game from 33. Just all over the map again, involved in everything that was going on that was positive about Optic. Great game.
But there was also a little glimpse of hope for VG. Like when they found all these kills around the DK, they got it back to like what 500 gold lead, I think.
Yeah.
But then after that, it fell apart again. They lost teamfight after teamfight, and yeah, like Bloodseeker and games like these, Bloodseeker Venom honestly is so strong. You ult 2 or 3 people, and you just how much movement speed do you have? Like 600, maybe 700.
A Blood Raged Venomancer does more damage over time, then in turn allowing the Bloodseeker to get mega fast and do tons of damage and run down people. It's a very cool synergy.
But it was nerfed. You have to be in a certain range to take the full additional damage. And now you take what, half, I
You
believe?
guys are missing the biggest change from the patch, is that Dragon Knight in ulti form has 5 more move speed, and against a Bloodseeker who ruptures him, that's a lot more damage.
But you have 5 less without Dragon form.
That's right. That's why you have to rupture him during Dragon form.
That is
Or else you don't get full effect.
insane, if I may say so myself.
Thank you.
But what if he stands still?
He did and died repeatedly.
But yes, Optic played well in the fact that they didn't like throw the game. Like I'm not gonna lie, CCNC
Nice.
did die one time where he was very far forward, but they kept very good control of this game. And yeah,
They did. It was. I was going to point out as well. I think Peter gets a lot of praise for his drafting, and rightly so.
yeah.
But in the last 2 events in particular, his drafting has been absolutely fantastic. And he's just shown another one. And this is a theory-crafted draft. It's well-rounded. It all kind of makes sense. It doesn't look kind of right when you go into it, and yet they've executed that perfectly.
And vgj Thunder have like I would say what looks to be kind of a normal draft in like the way they opened it and everything.
And they did say, didn't they? DDC said he wanted to go back to comfort. They were thinking they weren't going to prepare anything particular for the second time around with Optic, but they wanted more comfort this time around. Do you think they got that?
Well, that Ember Spirit was not comfortable in that game whatsoever. He literally, they picked that hero and he literally did not have a single good. Like we were sitting on the panel, he was like, "Where's this Ember Spirit gonna go? I don't know."
But it's like DK and DP. It's like, why? They have the same weaknesses. They have the same winning condition. I don't like it.
Plus, they set up the DK for the more successful lane. They ran the Death Prophet into the Venomancer lane.
Yeah.
I almost think that you should get your DK sacked and put the Death Prophet against the Beastmaster, because Death Prophet without farm is not a hero. DK can recover in that regard, in that he's just a tanky stunner. I mean, he's your 3rd net worth position hero, ideally. Your Death Prophet should be the one with more farm anyway.
Scoreboard time. CCNC, great game from him. 12, 2, and 7 for him. PPD also having a great game. 1, 3, and 12 from him. 15 assists on 33 for a 2-2-15 game. And Pycat chipping in with another solid performance. 8, 1, and 7 this time on the Venom. He really has shown over the last 6 months how good a player he is.
Yeah, absolutely. And Optic as a whole, I think they look like a great team. They're not, like, obviously, they're just not quite on that level of the LGDs, Liquids, but they are, like, that very solid just below them in that kind of tier area.
I was going to ask, actually, all of you, do you feel like if this had, maybe if they'd formed a little earlier, had a bit more experience, and had been playing the way they've been playing for the last 4 or 5 weeks, if they'd maybe done that 2 months earlier, we already be saying, well done, congrats, you're already in TI?
Yes, TI would have been secured for them, for sure. I think that...
They would have broken up EG weeks ago.
True.
Yeah, they would have.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you look at the players, right? Like, everybody just considered most of them very average, like 3-3, Pycat, even CCNC, and they're showing it really just takes a good captain, a good team. If the chemistry is there, you will be a top player. Because all of them know how to play Dota. It's more like a lot of people need guidance to show what they have. And PPD can definitely provide that.
Yeah, it's definitely got a look of the EG when PPD went into EG. And they bring in a new guy, which was, at the time was Supermajor. This time it's 33. An old established warhorse like Fear, but they've got Pycat. He's been around the block a bit. It feels kind of similar the way that he's put this together.
Yeah, and I think you definitely have those kind of star players. I'm not sure if like CCC is fully in that role. I think he's more playing the what is kind of needed, required of him. But it does allow Pycat to be able to stand out quite a bit. I think Zai actually had a fantastic performance here on the Chen. His one time that he solo killed the Ember Spirit when he was trying to go uphill. Brilliant. Really great micro from him. And then obviously 33 is, I would say, the the brightest star of all, just because he is the newcomer and he's having such strong performances.
Is he the best new player of the season?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not even sure what is another new player. Chalice, maybe?
Yeah, Chalice
would be the other one.
To be fair, though,
Ooh, that's actually...
Yeah, that's a hard
in
call,
all his
actually,
teams,
between
right?
the two, when you think how
3-3 in all his teams, he was always the best for a very long time. Like everybody considered him the best team, and of course you can only play so well if you're playing in a team that's like way below you, right?
Sure.
You can say
Similar
the same
with
thing for
Ace.
CCNC
Yeah.
to some degree.
Yeah. Then he finally got picked up, and now he's showing he's a world-class player.
Yeah, it's very exciting to watch. Right, let's bring you right up to date with exactly where we are at the Dota 2 Supermajor, because we're on day 2. We're at the end of day 2 as far as Group D is concerned. But first, let's check in with Group C and show you where that is right now. I can tell you that the last match of that one is still ongoing right now, and Mineski have a 1-game lead against VGJ Storm.
With anti-mage.
With an anti-mage. Well done, thank you, Black. I've never failed to the fact that you would mention an anti-mage in a game. Team Secret, the winners in Group C, they go to the upper bracket. Obviously, that last game will decide who joins them, and the final trap, sadly for them, the Swedes will be in the lower bracket when we go to the main event. That's Group C. Let's take a look at Group D, which is what we've been focusing here on the main panel all day long. Earlier on, of course, LGD going through 2-0-2-0 against Optic and Infamous. Infamous will finish at the bottom of that group after a 2-0 defeat to VGJ Thunder. And you've just seen Optic winning again against VGJ Thunder to go 2-1 in the group and continue into the upper bracket of the main event. That's good news for them as well, because it means that they have a much shorter road to the finals, and they need that top 4 spot. Now, this is the one I've been waiting for all day long. We have the bracket ready, ladies and gents. There is one game still going on, so you need to wait until that one goes through to get the whole bracket. But this is how it pans out, and we start tomorrow with the main bracket, would you believe? Liquid will take on TNC. What a reward for TNC that is, after coming out of a group with Virtus Pro in it, by the way. Yeah. Optic's reward for getting out of their group is that they play Team Secret, but I actually think that's quite a good matchup for them. Virtus Pro will take on Newbie, who have not been in very good form over the last couple of months, and that will be a very tricky match for them. And LGD will await the winners of that last game that was just playing right now. So VGJ Storm or Mineski will go head-to-head with LGD. At the bottom of the bracket, also very tense and interesting. We'll go from the bottom up. Final Tribe will take on VGJ Thunder. Na'Vi will take on Vici Gaming in round 1. That's going to be a hell of a match and very difficult for Na'Vi in their current form. Infamous will play the loser of the last game between VGJ Storm and Mineski. And finally, last but not least, Evil Geniuses, to stay in the tournament, will need to beat Team Spirit.
Rough.
Very rough. I thought
there's some really tough matches in that lower bracket.
I would actually
already
put Spirit as maybe the favorite in that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to ask
Yeah.
you all about that, because they've been playing really well, haven't they?
I
Not
thought
just
they were
here,
going
but
to
in the
take
previous
second in
game
their
as
group.
well.
I actually thought
Did
they
you?
were going to out Newbie and
Right.
take second, but
Was close.
Yeah, I mean, with the
Yeah.
form that Nubia have been in, you thought, maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
that game was really close. They had that game, in my opinion, the draw game, but it's a lineup you can't make mistakes with, and they made like one too many mistakes, and then you just lose. Typical draw strat.
Happens sometimes.
Happens
Happens
sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
does Anti-Mage build
highlights-
Satanic?
Highlights for you?
He
Shane?
can.
Bloodseeker, man.
Bloodseeker.
Dude, that last game was super legit.
Yeah.
We didn't really get that much time to talk about, but the whole amplified damage thing is so cool to watch when you just see heroes evaporate that are usually like Dragon Knight as a hero. He just sits there and takes damage. That's kind of what his job is, but just evaporates completely.
Black, what's been your highlight first 2 days of the group stages?
My highlight.
Anti-mage that you didn't get to watch.
I mean, I only got to watch it partly, but
You
I
enjoyed it.
think,
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I think my highlight is when I convinced this guy that Satanic is an amazing item
yeah.
off stream. What do you think?
My highlight was listening to Black talk about Satanic on Morphling. And
Oh, I'm disappointed now. I thought you were going to say your highlight was listening to Black tell us stories about ninjas.
That was.
Did you miss that story?
That
What?
was my personal favourite
He
moment
missed
of the
that
group
story.
stage. Did he?
Can you
I
just
wasn't
tell
here
it
for
again,
this.
please?
No,
No.
let's
No,
not
no,
do
no.
that. Let's not spoil it, because once is enough, and it was really good the first time around. It doesn't get any better the
I
second
need to
time
go
round.
rewatch it, actually. I'm going to go
Yeah,
back.
we'll watch it on the VODs.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. All right, thanks, gents. Right, it is time to close the show down. We're all done. would you believe, for day number 2, the group stages are complete. All of the best of 3s have been done. I know it's been a very busy couple of days, but well done for tuning into all of them. Particularly Wick, who had 4 screens on at the same time. His brain's like melted into Dota 2. It is the end of the group stages, however. The last game is still going on. You go and catch that on the other stream, and we'll be back tomorrow with the knockouts. That's right, we are into the elimination matches in the lower bracket and 2 from the upper bracket as well. It's starting to get very feisty here at the Supermajor. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dota 2.